Once again, we see a new all-time high in the SPY, which is just another of the many signs we have seen in recent weeks reinforcing the uptrend. That was quite a bear trap, but let's see what we can do from now on. This is the Finance Hydra channel where we study the market together, and here we disseminate good trading techniques to help you trade better using strategy and risk control. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily analysis video. And yes, we see a new all-time high today. SPY is completely rejecting the idea of a top signal over here. Last week we saw, this week on Monday and on Tuesday, we saw the SPY losing momentum. However, this loss of momentum on the 1-hour chart was just a harmless pullback to the 21-hour EMA area. So it was nothing more, nothing less than a short-term pullback without reversing the medium-term uptrend. Okay, so we are still maintaining the uptrend. Normally, no big surprises. Now you may say, Nathan, is there any possibility to see the SPY ETF rejecting this bullish case over here? And the answer is yes. For instance, on the 1-hour chart, we see the SPY making a new all-time high today, breaking the previous high from last Thursday. However, right now, we see the SPY losing momentum below this key resistance level, suggesting the possibility, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, okay, but it is possible to see a double top chart pattern. In this case, and only in this case, if we see the SPY triggering this double top, only then we may see a sharper reversal ahead, a sharper correction on the daily chart, possibly to the 21-day EMA or maybe to the 613 over here, okay? But for now, we have yet to trigger this double top. I see many traders anxious, afraid of the possibilities, all right? They see this going on and, oh, this is a double top, okay? No, it is not yet. We don't know. In order for this to be a double top, we gotta see the SPY triggering this pattern by losing this support level near the 617. Okay, only then we may see a sharper correction ahead on the daily chart. Only then we'll see this double top getting triggered, because seeing one pattern or any possible reversal structure is never enough. We gotta see this pattern getting triggered first in order to convince us that yes, a sharper correction will most likely to materialize. Okay, for now, we can't work with this possibility. For now, we only see another bullish candle on the daily chart reinforcing the uptrend. Okay. It is just like here, all right, right here in June this year, we saw the SPY struggling here near this resistance level down here. And I saw many people, oh, this is a double top, right? And I told you guys, no, it is not a double top yet. In order for this to be a double top, we gotta lose the previous support level, and then we may see a sharper correction. Well, this scenario wasn't materialized, and we kept going up. The same could happen over here. Therefore, let's always wait for confirmation. That's the main difference between amateurs and professionals. Professionals wait for confirmation. They don't panic over one or two single bearish signals over here, all right? We always gotta wait for confirmation. Now, it is just like on the SPY. Again, back to the SPY. I saw one of you guys saying, oh, SPY is correcting, SPY is making a shooting star on the weekly chart, so we will go down. He said it will go down. Well, guys, SPY, the weekly candle has yet to close. Okay, it is still open. The weekly candle will close only tomorrow, Friday, all right? So until then, many things can happen. We don't know the future. Please do not use TA like you can predict the future using technical analysis, because you can't, okay? You totally can't. You only use it to design good strategies using good risk management, all right? So let's pay attention to these key points from here and observe and only react accordingly when we see a technical reversal occurring. And the QQQ is also struggling right here, right below the previous all-time high resistance level. Today's high was right below the 557. So yes, we clearly see a triple resistance level up here, all right? Only by breaking this key point, the QQQ could trigger a nice bullish continuation chart pattern. If you ask me, odds are that yes, we are going to make an upwards breakout. Why? Because we still see the QQQ in a bull trend, making higher highs, higher lows. See this 21-hour EMA, it is clearly acting as a support level for the QQQ. And this indicator is going up, okay? This moving average is going up, squeezing the price against this resistance level. So what we see over here is a classic trap zone. Of course, in this case, odds are that we will see an upwards breakout. However, what if we see downwards breakout, Nathan? What if we see the QQQ losing this 21-hour EMA along with the 554, which was a previous top level over here, right here, support level here, and support here again today? Only if we lose this double support level on the 1-hour chart, we may see a sharper correction back to the 549, which is the trigger point of a possible double top chart pattern. Okay, only then we would see a sharper, stronger correction on the QQQ back to the 540s or maybe to the 21-day EMA. They are very close to each other, so this is going to be our next double support level if we see the QQQ losing our short-term support areas, triggering a reversal structure on the 1-hour chart. Okay, so far so good. We are still above the 21-hour EMA. We are still not triggering any bearish reversal chart pattern. So, okay, the uptrend will just persist. Probably it will just persist, okay, in the absence of technical evidence pointing to telling otherwise. We'll just maintain our bullish bias over here, okay? It is totally normal. It is under control. Now, how this is going to affect our stocks, because Nvidia is also not correcting, all right? It is still going up. If you ask me, I would love to see a pullback on the SPY, on the QQQ, on Nvidia, all right? Because these stocks, if you ask me, they are overbought, okay? But this is just my humble opinion, all right? As long as we don't see technical evidence proving otherwise, the bull trend is just supposed to persist, and this is what we see right here on Nvidia. Okay, another bullish candle. Today's candle could be a hanging man candle pattern or a dragonfly doji. Either way, they are both bullish candles because we are still above the 21-hour EMA. We are still doing higher highs, higher lows. We are not making lower highs, lower lows. So it is not a downtrend. It is clearly an uptrend. We are just going up, and there is no top signal. There is no clear bearish reversal chart pattern on the 1-hour chart or top signal on the daily chart suggesting a possible pullback ahead. Nathan, what if we see pullback? The most important support level will be the 152 near the 21-day EMA and the previous all-time high resistance level from November last year and January this year as well. Okay, so this key point, our previous resistance level, is supposed to be our next support level if we see another correction. Unfortunately, there is no correction yet. There is not a single bearish reversal chart pattern suggesting a possible correction, which could be another buying opportunity. Okay, so we are still maintaining the uptrend. Again, no big surprises. Any pullback could be another buying opportunity. When we analyze Tesla going up 4% today, right? Near 5% today, it is a very nice rally. On the 1 hour chart, we are on the verge of reversing. I'm so sorry, we are already reversing the previous downtrend. See, we were making lower highs, lower lows, trading below the 21-hour EMA. Now, we are doing higher highs, higher lows, trading above the 21-hour EMA, which is right now pointing upwards, by the way. So yes, we are technically reversing the uptrend. What's more, we are breaking the $304 resistance level, as I told you guys yesterday. All right, I told you guys yesterday, guys, by breaking this resistance level, Tesla will trigger a bullish continuation chart pattern, suggesting another rally on the daily chart, possibly back to the 335 or maybe even higher levels like the 367. Either way, we look very promising. We are reversing this downtrend, looking very good. Of course, not investment advice, please, but I do see a very nice upside potential in Tesla right after reaching this support area. Okay, so this is phenomenal. Tesla is poised to seek higher levels. The only thing is that this one is going to report earnings in 13 days, all right? So we gotta be very careful. For swing trading purposes, I never advise you guys to hold stocks during earnings. So let's pay attention, okay? Because earnings are too volatile, are too crazy. We can't predict how stocks behave after earnings. So for swing trading, yes, I don't like holding stocks, but if you are a long-term investor, well, you are in a very comfortable position right here. Now, it all depends on your strategy, okay? Because if you tell me, Nathan, I don't believe that Tesla is supposed to perform well. Unlike you who sees a bullish case over here, I still see Tesla in a very delicate position because we are still below the 21-day EMA. We are below the 313, the previous top level, previous resistance level over here. Now, possible future support future resistance level, I mean, again in the future, right? So yes, I see this key point as a very dangerous inflection point for Tesla. As far as I know, any top signal, any bearish reaction near this double resistance level could be just another selling opportunity. All right, you are totally correct, okay? I'm not going to disagree with you. If you have a clear strategy, if you know, again, guys, if you know why you are doing what you are doing, why you are trading, if you know where is your stop loss, where is your target, if you know the beta of your stock, then okay, I'm not going to complain. I am absolutely no one to disagree with you. If you have a nice strategy, fantastic, go for it, okay? Just please have a strategy. Tesla is a high beta stock, beta of 1.75, okay? So if we see the market confirming, like if we see the QQQ confirming the idea of a triple top over here, Tesla could easily correct to much lower levels from here, okay? So we gotta be very careful, right? Know the beta of your stock, know the stop loss, know the target, know why you are entering the stock, and then, and only then, you'll be a consistently profitable trader. If you don't have the answer for any of these questions, then you are just gambling, all right? You are not a trader, you are just a gambler. And remember, if your goal is to make money consistently in the market, trading stocks, we can help you. Our educational project is called 5% Project, and there our members receive first-hand exclusive trading strategies and signals, and all very well explained. See, I tell you which stock to buy, why to buy it, what price to pay, and where to place the stop loss and the target for every single trade. There's no secret. By using a consolidated strategy and by following this strategy with discipline, it is possible to make money consistently, and we can prove it. It is a free trial service. Cancel whenever you like. Our goal is to help you to trade professionally, and we are very skilled at it because, well, we have literally hundreds of traders. We have been in this business for years right now. So come on, join our team. The link to my website is in this video's description right here below. In the description, take a look, see if you like what we have to offer. Again, free trial, no strings attached. Now, Tesla looks very good if you ask me. However, I do understand that yes, we have a major inflection point right here. Tesla gotta break it as soon as possible in order to give us more confirmation of a bullish case. And we see AMD. This one is flying 4% today again, right? Again, as well, like Tesla is up more than 4%, AMD is up more than 4%, confirming the bullish case over here. I told you guys I would prefer to see a sharper correction, but AMD looks insanely bullish. It is not correcting, so fantastic. If you have AMD, I am extremely happy for you, my dear friend, but pay attention to the 144 again, right? Again, once again, see this key point over here from December last year did work as a top level again this month. I'm so sorry, last month. Now we saw a pullback, and now we see AMD back to this resistance level again. Only by breaking it, we could see a nice bullish continuation chart pattern. Again, if you ask me, Nathan, what if we see any top signal? What if we see AMD making a bearish candle like tomorrow, closing below today's low? Well, my friend, in this case, we may see a top signal reinforcing the idea that this resistance level is the most dangerous one for AMD, suggesting a possible pullback to the 21-day EMA. And this is it. If AMD loses this 21-day EMA, loses the previous support level at 133, then alright, we may see a double top just like the SPY, just like many other stocks are making possible double tops. Only then we could see a sharper reversal. As long as we see AMD above this double support level, great. The uptrend could easily persist. Alright, that's how I see AMD right here, right now. And we see Palantir going down today, but in the end, we made a high higher than yesterday's high and a low higher than yesterday's low, meaning on the 1 hour chart, we still see the continuation of this uptrend. All right, we are still insanely bullish above the 21-hour EMA, above the 21-day EMA, making good bullish reactions in spite of today's slight correction. Okay, so I still see Palantir as a very promising stock, and I told you guys 150 is still our next technical target. We are very competent in nailing good targets here on this channel, right? We did nail the 367 on Tesla, we did nail the 144 target on AMD right now, 150 on Palantir, okay? That's our main challenge right now. Let's see if we're gonna get there or not. Either way, remember, subscribe and click the like button, because if you don't subscribe, you are not going to keep in touch with our daily videos. We are here every single day, keeping you guys updated on SPY, QQQ, Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Palantir, and much more, okay? Much more. So remember, subscribe if you like the ideas we share over here, okay? Always trade with using stop loss, know your target, know your beta, know what you are doing, use a good strategy, right? These are good principles, fundamental for you to achieve the so desirable consistency in this market, and that's where we can help you. So subscribe and click the like button to keep in touch with our future analysis, okay? Now, we see SoFi also going up a lot. It is not correcting at all. I told you guys, if we see a top signal on SoFi, okay, maybe we're gonna see a correction back to the $18.42, or maybe even to the 21-day EMA. These are our next technical support levels. However, in the absence of a clear top signal getting triggered, SoFi is not going to make a pullback, all right? We are going to maintain the uptrend. On the 1 hour chart, we see just higher highs, higher lows, right? We don't see lower highs, lower lows. If we see lower highs, lower lows, then okay, SoFi could correct on the daily chart, but for now, we are still insanely bullish. There is not a single top signal. If SoFi loses and closes below today's low tomorrow, then okay, then I'll be convinced about a top signal on the daily chart and a possible pullback to our next support levels, okay? But for now, since we do not see any of these top signals, any bearish reaction, SoFi is just maintaining the uptrend. If you have SoFi, well, I'm very happy for you. You have absolutely no reason to worry. There is no technical evidence suggesting pullback yet, as of today. Okay, maybe this will change tomorrow, all right, or next week. Either way, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. And we see gold spot. Let me take a look. I'm so sorry. We see gold ETF. Let me take a look at gold spot over here, because gold is below this 21-day EMA, all right, but we are maintaining the price above critical support levels. If you ask me, we wanna see gold wanna make a bullish pivot point, a higher high, higher low, which is right here on gold ETF, $309.40. That's the trigger point for a double top, of a bullish pivot point on gold spot. On the 1 hour chart, we see a possible gigantic inverted head and shoulders, okay? Either way, this key point is the neckline of this insanely bullish reversal chart pattern. So if we see gold breaking this key resistance level, yes, we may see another rally on it, possibly to retest the previous resistance level up here near $317. Maybe I'm gonna share a gold strategy on our Telegram channel for the members of the 5% project tomorrow, or maybe today, okay? I'm not sure yet. Gold is on my personal radar, so if you want to keep in touch with my trades, remember, join the 5% project. Link is in this video description. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow as usual. Bye bye.